Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Pixelmon Egglock. Xylophoney here with Mango, Loggin HD, and, well, actually they're not here right now. Actually, I'm not even here right now. It's a very interesting situation. You see, what happened was, my recording got muted somehow, and I went to edit this video and I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear any of the words going between these three people you're seeing here, and it was just gone. And I was thinking, oh no, what do I do? I'm gonna have to upload this video just to, have all the video, footage there, and then just point you guys over to Mango and Logan's channels to watch the episode. But this offer's still on the table. If you want to see a normal episode of Egglock, go over there. But if you want to stay here for a very exciting, interesting, and strange episode, then stick around, because we're going to be going full out podcast style. Just kind of, I got the video going right here. I can sit back with a cup of coffee, just kind of chat with you guys, take a nice little sip right here. Ooh, enjoy that green boss for a moment if I can actually hit it. Alright, had to, of course, just narrowly almost miss that. Alright, got some loot there. And yeah, so pretty much what's going on in this episode. Octillery is getting some levels. I completely forget what I did this episode. To be honest, at the moment we're at right now, by the time you guys are listening to this, I will have finished recording all of my episodes of training on Pixelmon Egglock. Now, the only episode that I've yet to record is, of course, the final tournament. The tournament is going to be maybe a little bit later than the episode 14. We're not sure on how we're going to get to actually recording this stuff. Some people are having some trouble with the scheduling and all that. But I think this is episode 11, so you guys won't really have to worry about that at the time. Actually, myself and I believe Richie kind of went ahead of the schedule. Well, honestly, he went way ahead of schedule. He ended up recording, I think, all of his episodes within the first week that this was out. I'm just a couple weeks early, and by a couple I mean like 5. Actually, yeah, exactly 5. Just one, yeah, okay. Just a couple episodes early. So yeah, we're just sitting here getting the Pokemon some training. Now, looking at the team here, I already recently recorded episode 14, so in that episode, where I can see the future, guys. I can tell you what's going to happen in episodes that aren't going to come out for another few days. But in episode 14, we go over the plans for all of our Pokemon individually. So, I don't know if I'm really going to go too deep into that right now. Let's see. This may be a very interesting episode as Caesar begins to and destroys Volcarona, leaving not a trace of evidence behind. And let's see, well, I've only been doing this for 4 minutes, 3 minutes even. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a lovely episode. So I guess we might as well just have a chat about the Pixelmon Egglock series in general. I think this would have been a much better idea if I invited someone else along, but it's too late now. Let's go into the things. So, originally, this was pretty much brought up just after we finished up Pixelmon Island. And so, it was one of those things, well, it's like, ooh, interesting series. And, a little bit of a rocky start getting everyone together, getting, the server stuff and all that going and proper. But eventually, things kicked off and we're going well. Oh no, Wilton. Oh, this is the guy right here. A yellow boss. I was so excited about finding this guy, but apparently he's been around there for a little while. A couple people have tried to challenge him, and as you can see him demolishing Caesar, he's a pretty tough cookie. Now, since I have level 95s, he has level 135 Pokemon, several of them. Now, on one side, this guy is gonna seem like impossible to beat. On the other side of the coin, I'm fighting level 135s in bulk. Look at that experience I'm getting. I don't even remember looking right at the numbers during the episode, but that's an easy 9,000 on 2 Pokemon. So that's with the EXP share on Reuniclus, I think. That, or I might have just switched him out there physically. But we're getting some serious levels fighting these guys. But the downside is they're actually several 135 Pokemon. So, I guess you can make your guesses and all on how this battle is going to go. But things are not looking too hot right now. So, ooh, tried to do a cheeky pain split there. I think pain split does do something good. Like, I've used it in testing, and it does some damage, but I don't know if it works. I really got to go into deeper testing of that. And I think in like several episodes I mentioned, I got to test this. And I still, even after finishing training, have yet to go out and testing it. Oh, look at the little smirk on that guy. Look at him. He thinks he's something. Well, he can beat Xylophoney. And, interesting. I think what just happened is my sound cut out on my computer. Which is kind of ironic because I'm watching a video that doesn't have any sound anyway. So that's fun. I'm just sitting here and it's like, oh, my headphones disconnected. And I was like, so? I don't go, you know, I can just relax. Take these. Headphones choking me. They know. They know. Alright, but we can just take the headphones off. Put those right down there. Wow, this is actually really comfy. I'm literally just sitting back. Let me put my feet up on the desk here. And... okay, I pulled a calf muscle earlier, so this was a terrible idea. Oh, I had to save the chickens. If you guys don't know, which you probably don't, because I've only mentioned it like in a couple live streams, but I have chickens at my house, and of course we have a chicken coop to keep them in. And this week I'm actually it's just me and my brother at my house. My parents are on a vacation, so I have to manage all this stuff. And we had a beautiful snow. If you guys saw my Instagram and snow vlog a little bit back. That was a lovely snow. Now the thing is, there was a cinder block that we used to prop the door open, so you know the chickens can get in and out of their little place into their caged area, and it had frozen stuck to the ground, and there's a a little bit of slop in there, so it's just completely like cemented to there. So I'm in there trying to pry it open. I put a shovel, and I managed to get a shovel under it, and then when I go to pull back on the shovel. Not the handle of the shovel, but the metal part of the shovel, the spade, breaks. That's how hard this ice was cementing this concrete block to another concrete block. And I'm just sitting there breaking a metal spade. So then I go and I bring out I guess I didn't mention why I have to do this. I want to get the door closed and it's propping it open because the chickens are in there. It just snowed. It's like 17-degree weather. They're going to freeze in there, so I got to help them out. So I go into the garage, get a sledgehammer, and I just start beating on this cinder block, and eventually things worked out. So I don't even know how I got on this strand of conversation. Oh yeah, that's how I pulled my calf muscle, trying to get that thing moved. Fun times, fun times. But yeah, it was a really nice snow aside from that. Although I think maybe some of my water's freezing, so I don't know what to go ahead. We'll manage. It's just a little cold. I know it's probably... Oh, Wilton's back. Gonna fight Wilton again. Honestly, I might have milked this a little bit. I might have gone a little bit crazy fighting Wilton, because win or lose, I'm still winning. Look at that experience. 14k on Metagross, a level 96 Pokemon. Now, can you blame me for going for this guy? The other guys said they tried and failed. I am Xylophoney. I have to keep trying, right? So here I go, trying to bash away. The great Metagross has fallen, but I got plenty of other Pokemon left. Fortunately, he had some ice Pokemon, Lapras and Cloyster. And I have a lot of Pokemon with fighting moves. I have Pokemon with steel moves. I can actually take on these things. Ooh, Krabby. You know what? I think that might be his last Pokemon, but I do have grass moves on a couple Pokemon, so... Actually, I don't know if I did have grass moves on my Pokemon at this time. I might be spoiling stuff right now. Yeah, I'm throwing out spoilers right now, so I'm just trying to guess what I did in this battle later on. And it's not quite working out. What do you have? Hydro Pump? Okay, so I don't have anything good to fight this guy with. Let's be honest. I can fight the ice types he has, but the straight water types I have nothing super effective against. Now, I went over, I looked at what's on everyone's team, because, well, obviously they can't really change it, so might as well just get a good look at everyone's team. And there are a lot of water Pokemon out there. So obviously I plan to, I'm pretty much just playing around here. I know what I already did, but I don't want to spoil things for you guys, so I'm just gonna use the word plan to, in exchange for what I have done. I plan to get grass and electric TMs and put those on my Pokemon. So, there you go. That's what I plan to do. If that happens or not, who knows? Biggest spoilers ever. Yeah, but let's go back and heal. Did I just beat him? Or, no. Wait, yep, looking at my team, it looks like I just beat him. Everyone's like, what? You were actually be able to beat him? And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm Xylophoney. But yeah, seriously, it's just been kind of fun joking. Oh my god, that experience. Look at that 22K! Blissies, I don't care. But I think I'm buying something off him. It might be one of the grass TMs, honestly. Or no, this is Shadow Ball I'm buying off him, I think. I don't know what it was. Either way, it's just been fun kind of bantering about with everyone. Because, obviously, you know, I built up a little bit of a reputation winning 3 Pixelmon Islands in a row. But I've also, more importantly, had a great time pretending I'm more amazing than anything. Because, yeah, it's fun, you know, just tooting your own horn every once in a while. But when I get going, I just keep going. Like, literally, with the list of things I developed, I was looking for my weaknesses and stuff, right? So, you might have seen a post I put on Twitter before, but I through some mathematical equations and judging what people may have and may put on their Pokemon, I've discerned that at least 3 out of 15 people, if they have the same levels as me and if they play smart, can actually beat me without too much trouble. Now, obviously, anyone has a chance of beating me. Pokemon does have a certain luck aspect to it. I could use moves and completely miss. They could, you know, paralyze me, and I could be stuck paralyzed for several turns. So I'm not going to say I can predict the winner and loser of every battle. That's just completely impossible in something like Pixelmon. But I do think that, looking at the teams, there are certain teams that my specific team is good against, and there are certain teams that's weak against. Now, if the players that I'm weak against play their cards right, I should be in a lot of trouble. Thing is, with the tournament brackets, I might not even have to go against those people, because I'm only worried about 3 people. And I'd love to tell you who they are, but I can't. Because if I tell you who they are, they'll find out who they are. Now, they can all sit there thinking, yeah, you guys there, you can all think that you know who it is. And you might think it's you might think it's this guy, you might think it's that guy. But think all you want. I just can't physically sit here and say what my exact weaknesses are and who's got them. Because otherwise, well, people would prepare, and I can't have that. Luckily, with this series, you really can't do a lot of specific targeting or planning. At the beginning of the series, when I was joking around about, you know, I'll probably end up winning again, and everyone else was like, yeah, well, Xylo's just going to win again, so I don't see what the whole point is. It's really just a lot of joking around. Well, at least for me it is. I don't know if they take it seriously. You know, sometimes I think half of them might take it seriously. Ew, sunstone. Gross. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. There, good boy, Xylo. Good boy. It's interesting just watching myself play with no sound. I don't encourage you to do that, because that would mean muting my videos and, you know, making it kind of pointless for me to actually commentate while I'm recording. But it is interesting, you know, watching this now and seeing things in retrospect, because I recorded this episode probably over a week ago, but I don't know, just the way I've been recording this series and scheduling the uploads, it's just a little here and there. Point is, you're watching. Did I just spill coffee on myself? I just spilled coffee on myself. Sorry, I'm getting a little too relaxed here. But so be it. I may have just wet my trousers, but we can have a lovely conversation. Nonetheless, it was only a little bit of coffee, and who cares about coffee? It smells good anyway. Ooh. Oh, going after those Kinglers. Honestly, just with some of the damage I got on Octillery, you know, I can even Hydro Pump things that are water type and take them out. I love it. I really like the damage I have across my team. Normally this wouldn't have been a team that I directly go and train. Now, I may have fallen off track of what I was talking about, but that happens every now and then, and we gotta be okay with that. Because if we're not okay with that, then we're not okay with everything that's going on right now. And if we're not okay with what's going on right now, then why are we here? Honestly, guys, let's just take a moment to think about that before we think about me getting off track. Because it just happened twice in a row. How do you feel? If you were even mildly concerned about it happening once, I just made it happen twice. And I was just joking about that because I knew what I was going to bounce back into, but now I completely forget. What was I? Well, I was talking about Octillery and how he's got some power behind him. He's got some tankiness, but what I'm really missing on this team that I would normally have on any team is technical term I like to call it a backup plan, really. And that's a Pokemon that pretty much has, you know, status moves that can like completely knock a situation and turn it around. That's like having say Umbreon. Umbreon is completely one of these. Umbreon is also a tank, but Umbreon, you put Toxic on someone and they're not going to survive for long. So it's very nice. I can take out any target with Umbreon. Now, Umbreon may die in the process, but he will also inflict doom upon my opponents. Now, also just having something fast with Confuse Ray or Thunder Wave is also something that I really like. But looking at my team, the only fast Pokemon I have are Staraptor and Espeon. Neither of these Pokemon, I think, can learn any decent status of moves. And at the same time, they're both also very good speedy sweepers. So I wouldn't want to, you know, waste on them a move where it's just going to be a backup plan. So it's really a different kind of team. Now, Octillery is a Pokemon that he should be able to take a hit. He's going to be my Pokemon that can kind of cover some of my weaknesses, but he's not necessarily my best. Reuniclus is kind of on the same page as Octillery, except just a little bit different. Maybe a little tankier, maybe a little stronger with less versatility. And then, of course, Metagross and Caesar. That's two solid steel types. Ooh, got a little hiccup right there. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, we know Metagross's damage, and it's insane. And we got that Caesar. I think you guys know what's going to happen with that Caesar. Ooh, Red Boss, hello! I just love recording this like a week and a half after recording the episode, because I do not know what's coming up here. So, what am I changing? What am I changing? What was that? Was I going to change my sound? Was I? Is that really what's important right now, Xylo? You think the people are even going to hear your sound? That's silly. That's ridiculous. They're not going to hear the sound. They're just going to hear the soothing sounds of Xylo talking over Xylo not even talking. My God. How much longer are we into this? Oh, wow. We are past the halfway point. Okay, this is actually going really smoothly. Yeah, but I guess just smoothing things over again. This has been a fun series. There's a little bit of subtlety in there. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that word, but the whole thing with the Entei, getting a ton of items off them, I did try to keep that a secret near the beginning. I started telling people near the end about it, of course, because by then most people have their lucky eggs. But near the beginning, I wanted to get a lucky egg before anyone else. I don't know if I did. I guess I could watch all the episodes now. All the lucky eggs should be gotten by now visually, but I honestly really don't care that much right at this point. But I think I got one of the earliest lucky eggs, which was clearly one of my goals at the beginning. Now, I've said it before, and you'll hear me say it again in later episodes. My battle strategy is to get higher levels than everyone else. If I do that, then my awful natures won't even matter. Another red boss. Jeez. I gotta record more things that are luck-based with Logan. Seriously, last few episodes, I might as well just group them together, call them my lucky charms. It's perfect, just the luck I've had in the last half of the series. And yeah, I'm saying it continues. It is just amazing how it goes. And honestly, it might help me out going into the tournament. Now, don't worry. I do know the future right now, but I do not know what happens in the tournament. The tournament is still yet to happen. In fact, the tournament is still like weeks and weeks to happen. I think I can look here at the schedule. And tournament's probably going to be in 12, 14 days? Yeah, 14 days, so it'll be in like 2 weeks. Well, not from when you guys are watching this. Well, I don't know how long it's going to be from when you guys are watching this, but from right now, it's going to be 2 weeks. So probably about, I don't know, after 14's out, you'll find out soon. So let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. You don't need to know everything in the future. You gotta sometimes let the future surprise you. It's just entertaining me. It's I'm just sitting here talking, chilling. Feet on the desk still, despite the pulled calf muscle. I don't even know how I pulled my calf. Well, I guess the whole shovel thing probably did it. Yeah. Because I guess sometimes when you pull muscle, you just don't even notice it until later. I guess if I'm, sitting there frantically trying to move this thing, I'm not going to notice. You got a little bit of adrenaline built up, so that would make sense. But sledgehammers come in handy. Story of the day. Maybe that'll title the episode that. Sledgehammers come in handy. I'm going to tweet it out right now. Now, I think on the day that I'm recording this is the day that episode 9 went out. And by recording this, I mean the audio. So, episode 9 just went out. So, excuse me if the sound changes a little bit. I'm actually facing away from the mic. So, what was it? Sledgehammers are useful? No. We the moral of the day, sledgehammers are a beautiful thing. Yes. Be right back, guys. Moral of the day, sledgehammers are a beautiful thing. Tweet. There we go. Now, if you guys saw that tweet a few days back, might be, I guess I'm going to stagger these out to be every 3 days, so I saw it about 6 days back. This is when I was doing this, and yes, it is 2:30 a.m. and I am speaking loud and laughing to myself. I'm in full comfortability. That is also not a word. Learn to English, kids. But once again, that's because, it's just my brother sleeping downstairs, and he don't care. So, we're all good. We got an Articuno here. First Articuno I saw now. Don't worry. Somehow, Mango managed to lure me out to the ice peak a second time. But honestly, there were some decent levels here, as I guess you probably saw some of them. There's actually like some level 70 stuff out here, which is just surprising because it wasn't like that before. But the thing is, it's not a lot of good levels here. There's a really good ones every now and then, like a 74 Glaceon, but I don't think it's consistent. So I think that's I don't think we can call this the new training spot. Now, I don't know what I may have said during the episode. You'd have to watch Logan or Mango's perspectives to see what I'm actually saying in real time for this. But I can tell you right now, this isn't a regular thing. Don't worry, we'll go back to that volcano desert swap. That is one. I think that kind of limited the series a little bit. In Pixelmon Island, we actually did have, a few different spots that everyone was using. We had, of course, probably my main spot, the Savannah, which I was doing most of my training on. I think some people trained in the Extreme Hills or Mesa. And, of course, there was also the spot that we went to later on by the ice area, the ice warp. And so that had a lot of versatility with the training spots. Now, in this one, unfortunately, due to the whole Blissey situation, the first half of the series, at least, it's all desert. And I'm sorry if the scenery has not been pleasant, but desert and volcano are like the training spots in this Egglock series. So it is what it is for that. Fortunately, we knew where we wanted to train, we knew where we wanted to go, so we could really just focus on not only setting up our teams, but getting levels and providing excellent conversation for you guys to listen to. But it does take a little bit out of the normal Pixelmon experience here. Like, normally in Pixelmon, you would venture to different places and catch different Pokemon. This series has had absolutely none of that. We stay in the same place and train the same Pokemon. Yet, this series has also been probably my most successful series in a long time. So, how do you figure? I don't know. I think it's just you guys just being awesome and everything. I mean, I guess that's a really vague and simple way to put it, but it is what it is. You guys are enjoying the videos, so I'm trying to make them as enjoyable as possible for you guys. So I tried to record with nearly everyone in the competition for this, but as you saw, I think last episode I ended up doing a solo one, just because I wanted to do a solo every now and then, and I guess just due to the commentary on this, it's kind of similar to a solo one. But coming up next on Pixelmon Island, in episode 12, we have a lovely episode with Box of Candies. You may remember him from the previous 2 Pixelmon Island seasons. We have an episode with him and have a lovely training session in the desert. And episode 13, we get an episode in with the actual brainchild, the creator of the Egglock series, Pixel Dip, and we have a nice little bit of a training session with some more of that special luck. I'm not gonna spoil it, but there is a very amazing spawn right at the beginning of the episode, and there's some good ones throughout it. So that'll be in episode 12 and 13, and in episode 14, it's yet again another solo episode where Xylo tells you all his secret strategies and plans to defeat the Elite Four. And by the Elite Four, I mean the tournament, because the Elite Four sounded cool during that speech while I was doing that voice. So, yeah, that's dropping all the tags. What other things can I advertise right now? Make sure you go to Purge PvP. It is a lovely. I almost used the F word there. We don't want to use the factions word. Oh, it is a lovely 1.8 timed PvP server that you will all enjoy. It is a bit of a mix between a 1.8 SMP and factions if you really want to get specific on things. Check out more information at purgepvp.net or just hop right on the server at play.purgepvp.net. Or if you really want to just get cozy, hugs.purgepvp.net. I don't think I could possibly do a better advertisement for this server. It's just too perfect. That's a intense voice, great, advertising voice going up for the most of the little bit of a commercial there, and then just calm it down. Hugs.purgepvp.net. And if you don't believe me, literally go on 1.8, type in hugs.purgepvp.net, and you'll get on my server. Yeah, it's real. Best server ever, just because it got hugs before you even join. That's the slogan too. Oh, this is on point. This is what I gotta do. Forget marketing meetings and Skype. This is what we need to do. Whew. On point. Just talk with you guys in the morning when I'm nice and delusional. And yeah. Be commentating over a random Pixelmon episode I did. Lovely. But yeah, if you guys have actually watched this thus far, I don't know, this might be some people's. If you really like some classic Xylo, this might be one of your favorite Egglock episodes yet. If you're just one of the people that watch me because everyone's saying I'm awesome, and you've watched this far, then, well, you've gotten to know me a little bit more than I'm quite ready to let you know. But no, it's all good. Welcome, welcome. It's great to have you all here on the channel watching these videos at probably the least likely time in the video for you to be watching. Actually, no, this is the time people might be skipping to at the very end to see how much progress I got. I know how this works, guys. What do you think I do when I watch everyone's Egglock videos? More of the Pixelmon Island videos. I check it out, I listen to the first 5 minutes, it's nice, and then I skip to the end for the nitty-gritty details. But little do I know, the best part is in the middle, because that's where the meat is. Can't have a sandwich with 2 slices of bread, then you're just having bread. So, you want some nice meat in there. So it's nice and delicious. We make a sandwich for you every day on YouTube. Alright, so here it looks like we're actually going a little bit over on the time. Logan and Mango wanted to get a battle in, and well, I'm not just going to sit here and watch. They're sitting there training against each other, getting some prime levels. So, I gotta do the same. If I can find any good levels. Fine, we'll go for 38. Gosh. Just the struggle. So rough. But let's look at the levels we got here. Now, fun thing is, looking at some of the other levels in the competition, I've been talking with you guys in the comment sections about this for a little bit now, but it looks like my levels are some of the best in the competition. Now, there's a couple people out there that are also getting some serious levels. One interesting thing is Panda Fire. I saw he has I've been told he has 2 level 100s by episode 6. That is just insane. Thing is, I don't think that's the strongest way to be training, because that means throughout the rest of the series, if those level 100 Pokemon get into any fights, it's just wasting experience. So that's how I feel about that. So obviously that's why I kind of wanted to stagger everyone out here. I got 396s, so solid levels coming from me, but you know, probably not the highest in the competition. By the end, I guess I'm just spoiling more now, but I'm probably not going to have the highest in the competition, but I have definitely some solid levels. I'm probably one of the best in the competition, but I mean, that's not really spoiling anything. Kind of at the point where I'm at you can kind of see that carrying through. So, good stuff like that. I think throughout the competition, we definitely were training very well, very hard. Those guys are still battling over there? Jeez. My God. But yeah, it's going to be really exciting to actually get all these battles in the end. Once again, everyone knows everyone's team, so it's completely different from like a Pixelmon Island, we can change anything scenario. So it's definitely really something special. But let's see, it looks like we might be ending this up soon. So of course, thank you guys who have stuck through this and watched this. Now if you did go and watch one of their videos, well then I guess you wouldn't be here, would you? So I guess I don't really need to go into that. But thank you guys for watching this interesting overlay of the audio. Once again, I didn't want to just post this and kind of cheat you guys out of a video. So I wanted to record something mildly entertaining, and this was actually a lot of fun. So I'm definitely glad I did this. But definitely check out all the other videos on the channel. Check out the live streams, twitch.tv/Xylophoney. And follow on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff if you haven't already. Keep watching Pixelmon Egglock. It only gets even better from here. And I guess I'll see you guys next time.